Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another podcast. Captain's Corner here with
Connor.
Connor. I think this is our third now that we've
Yep.
posted. Or
It's
that
been a long time, I feel like.
It has been a long time. We've taken a bit of a hiatus, but we're back. We're back in action.
We're back. I think the last pod we did, we were saying that the Yankees were going to go undefeated.
162 and 0, I think maybe was one of us quoted.
I think that's. I don't want to throw you under the bus, but no, I'm pretty sure I said that.
We were both definitely feeling that at least because at the time,
that opening series was wild.
everything was clicking.
Yeah, the potential.
But hey, listen, at the moment, just started the series against the Orioles. We got a 2-game lead on, who was it, the Blue Jays that are in second? No, the Red Sox.
I believe the Red Sox.
I think we're up 2 games on the Red Sox. So you can never complain too much when you're in first place. You know what I mean?
No, you can't, but you kind of can.
Yankee fans especially, we can, I feel like.
Yeah, we're only one win above the Red Sox.
But with some of the games that we've lost that we should have won, that's where you can't complain. But
yeah.
We'll get into all that a little bit later. We're going to start off. We've got a little game to play. We are going to have a draft we're drafting a baseball team of New York athletes that don't play baseball.
A full roster. Full 26-man roster.
Maybe not that many.
No,
I'm thinking we go the positions on the field, and then we'll go starting pitcher, relief pitcher.
Okay. Do you want to go position by position, just back and forth?
Or
just pre-draft?
What do you mean, like
you can just pick whatever position whenever.
Yeah, I like that. Because
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to pick a person and then decide where I think that they could probably be best.
Okay. Yeah, I got 2 people in mind, and we're just gonna go for it.
Let's do it. I'm gonna give you the first pick then, and we'll go like a snake. We'll go. You get the first. I get the second, the third.
Okay.
We'll go back and
forth.
Yeah,
I like that. Number 1 pick. I'm going for my man Jose Altuve at second. Jalen Brunson.
Wow.
Even though I think he's actually 8 inches taller than Jose Altuve, but in terms of NBA players,
he's small.
Yeah, small. But incredibly skilled. He's kind of like Altuve in his prime.
That is incredible to think about. That just puts into perspective how small Altuve is, and also how just monstrous NBA guys are. That Brunson seems like he would be similar height.
Yeah,
it's probably not even close. Yeah,
he's way taller. Yeah, I always think that these point guards are so short, but in real life, I'm like actual Nate Robinson.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, we don't even come close. It's unbelievable. Like Curry looks tiny out there, but he's like 6'2", 6'3".
I would love to be Curry's height.
Yeah, great first pick, and I think he's arguably, eliminating baseball, probably the best athlete in New York. So
he's up there.
All right, so that's a great first pick. For my next 2 picks here, I'm gonna take Karl-Anthony Towns at first base. He's big, and I know he can catch.
That's a great pick.
Don't know how any of these guys are going to look swinging the bat, but we just have to pretend like they'll be semi-decent.
I think that I've actually seen him swing a bat before.
I wonder if it looks okay.
I'm going to look it up because just off the top of my head, I thought it was really bad.
You probably could see it being bad. He's got, I love him. He's a dog, but we've seen the clips. He's got that little bit of zest to him, which everyone needs in their life, but it just...
Everyone's a little zesty.
Yeah, we're all a little zesty. It's all right.
It's fine. I can't find the video, so I think I made that up, and I'm sorry, Karl-Anthony Towns. Must have been thinking about someone else.
It still probably checks out. And then for my second pick, I am going to be, and as I watch, that's a 3-run home run for the Orioles. The Yankees are down 4-0. Sick. Ryan O'Hearn. All right. Well, anyway, to take my mind off watching that, I'm gonna go shortstop Brees Hall.
Wow. Okay, I like that.
It's an athletic running back. I feel like he can play the spot.
I love that. I have a shortstop in mind for my next pick as well. I'm going Malik Neighbor, shortstop.
Mm,
Young, athletic, definitely strong. We like that. He's going to have a great arm. He's basically Tatis.
great pick.
And then, honestly, just for vibes of the ball club, I'm already going there because I'm out of picks in my head. I think with my next pick, I'm going to Cal Bridges. Just going to throw him in like left field.
I feel like that's where I would have thought he'd play too. So I feel like that works out.
Like I feel like he would be good, like a relaxed outfielder, almost like Trent Grisham like.
I like that. Absolutely.
All right, you're up, sir.
All right, for my next pick, and really this is thinking ahead. I can't let your vibes get too high because I think if you get this guy, your team chemistry will just be through the roof. I'm gonna put Josh Hart. He's gonna be my right fielder.
I like that.
And
I was thinking.
Were you actually?
Yeah.
I like that. And then I'm putting speed in center field. I'm going Justin Fields.
Wow.
Speed.
Okay.
He's got an arm. I kind of like him there.
I like that. I am looking at the Jets roster right now. I'm going for a defensive player with my pick. I mean, he can catch a ball. He can track down a ball. Sauce Gardner.
Wow,
I think I'm throwing him in center.
Great pick.
And then, honestly, we're going to go. I might go starting pitcher. Tommy DeVito.
Wow.
Vibes are high, bro.
I like that.
You thought you stole Josh Hart? I got Tommy D.
You got the Italian stallion. Damn. That's a great pick. Tommy DeVito. All right, listen, both of these teams are looking honestly better than I initially thought they might. So with my next pick, I'm gonna go. Who did the Giants just draft at QB?
Oh, Dart?
Yeah, what's his first name?
Jackson?
Jackson Dart?
I believe so.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I saw a couple yeah, it's Jackson Dart. I saw a couple clips of him throwing the football. I imagine that he can sling the rock. He's going to be my starting pitcher.
I like that.
And then with my next pick, I'm going to go Islanders goalie Ilya Sorokin as my catcher. I feel like he's got to know how to catch the ball.
Oh, that's such a good idea. I wasn't even thinking hockey.
And you're welcome, because there's another hockey team you could take a goalie from if you want to. It's up to you.
Might have to.
Respect.
For my next pick, I'm going first base. I'm going Mitchell Robinson.
That's a big man.
He's my Ernie Steele. That's what I'm imagining right now.
I like that.
Now, I need to look up who the Rangers goalie is.
I think you got Jonathan Quick and Igor Shesterkin. Or Is that it?
Yeah, Igor Shesterkin.
It's like Worcestershire sauce.
Is he starting?
I think Igor's the starter, but I feel like, and I don't want the Ranger fans out there to get mad at me, I feel like Jonathan Quick and him had some type of little competition. So I feel like you could go either one. Who knows?
I don't just Igor. I just don't think I want anyone named Igor on my team.
That's okay, I think.
I'm trying to keep the vibes high.
So you're going Johnny?
I gotta go Johnny.
Respect.
Go Jonathan Quick.
I mean, his last name's Quick.
So he's fast.
So he's really fast. Yeah. Wow. All right. Oh, I absolutely know where I'm going next. For my second baseman, I'm going OG Anunoby.
Solid.
Great defensive guy. I think at second base, I'll have a lot of range there. And I mean, I don't know if you've seen recently, but like anytime like Anne Hathaway is at the game, he drops like 50 points. Not actually 50, but I think anytime Anne Hathaway is at the game, he literally puts up like 28 plus. It's unbelievable. So as
I mean,
like I just have to ensure that Anne Hathaway is in the stands.
and she'll show up.
She'll be there. Yeah, she's a dedicated New Yorker. There you go, Will Warren. See ya. 4-0 though, not good. And then with my second pick, third base, left field. I mean, I'm gonna go relief pitcher Nicholas Claxton.
Wow. Okay.
I just feel like anyone that tall, if you can even throw the ball, his release point's got to be much closer than pretty much anyone in the MLB. So if he can even just get it over the plate, I think he'll be okay.
So he's Randy Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna go third base. I'm gonna go Cam Thomas.
Nice.
Bring a little swag. He'll be like my Eugenio Suarez.
I like that.
You know, home runs, no defense.
And
And I'm fine with it.
I feel like over at third base, he'll like get the fans involved a bit.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what positions do I have left? Relief pitcher
And right field.
and right field. Hmm. I'm looking at the assistant coaches right now in the Nets. No. I'm gonna go relief pitcher or right. I don't really care where he plays, but I'm going Jameis Winston. What a steal!
Wow.
I'll go relief pitcher because he'll have the arm.
I like that. Jameis Winston at relief pitcher.
Could he swing a bat? Probably.
So now I think I have 2 picks, and then you finish with the last one.
All right.
I actually can't believe this guy went undrafted so far, considering he's going to be hands down the most talented baseball player yet. Russell Wilson.
Oh shit!
Totally forgot.
Drafted.
Totally forgot he's on the Giants now, and yeah, he literally could have played pro baseball.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him at third base.
Wow, and I looked at him and I dropped James Winston.
I mean, what's crazy is I have Brees Hall at shortstop, and I really have Russell Wilson at third base. That's disrespectful.
I mean, I think he played second, right?
I think so. Yeah, second or short. One of those middle infield positions. And then for my left fielder, oh, I don't even know if this is going to count. I think it counts. We didn't even touch the Buffalo Bills.
Oh wow! I didn't even think of them. Oh, there's so many people.
I'm stealing Josh Allen as my left fielder.
That he's definitely going to be like the GOAT. That's
totally forgot about Buffalo Bills being a New York team.
And that's because Buffalo sucks. Sorry, Buffalo.
And it's like you're just like not even remotely close to the city. It's like Buffalo's so far out there.
I went to college near Buffalo, so I actually kind of like them, but it's fun to tease. It's fun to tease.
You're allowed to take shots at them too because you did, like you said.
Now I'm just looking at the Bills. So this is for right field.
Right off the top, you got James Cook. You got who did they even have it wide out? Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid, the tight ends.
You know what? For right field, just because he's my favorite, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go wide receiver for the Jets. We're gonna go. Definitely not Alan Lazard. Drops galore. Um, I'm just trying to think. This is my last pick. Yeah, I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson. He'll be my right fielder. He'll round out the lineup. You
You can
really Russell Wilson and Josh Allen? I mean, that's gonna carry your team.
sneaky
That's
picks. All right, so I'm just gonna run through our rosters real quick. So for my team, we got Ilya Sorokin at catcher, Carl Anthony Towns first base, second base OG Ananobi, third base Russell Wilson, shortstop Brees Hall, left field Josh Allen, center field Justin Fields, right field Josh Hart, starting pitcher Jackson Dart, and relief pitcher Nicholas Claxton. Crazy. Then your squad, we got catcher Jonathan Quick, first base Mitchell Robinson, second base Jalen Brunson, third base Cam Thomas, shortstop Malik Neighbors, left fielder Mikal Bridges, center fielder Sauce Gardner, right field Garrett Wilson. I love that outfield actually. And then a starting pitcher, you got Tommy DeVito, and your relief pitcher Jameis Winston.
wow.
I would pay so much money to watch this game happen.
Could you imagine like a celebrity softball game with them?
That would be so fun.
That would be fun. I think your team is better, but I think we got the vibes.
I think I agree. I agree with that first one. I also think that if they were playing a legitimate, serious baseball game, I think that my team comes out on top just because of like, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. But Russell Wilson, like we said, like literally played. But if you're playing a softball game, I think your team might take it because the vibes and just the athleticism you got over there.
Can we let our pitchers hitting? No DHs.
Yeah, so our pitchers are gonna hit.
So like Tommy Dean and James Winston can get some ABs.
Yep. So is Nicholas Claxton.
I
Seeing him swing a bat, man.
mean, that would be a good game.
That would be. That was fun. I like those rosters.
Yeah, I think we did good. Did we forget anyone? I don't know. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if we forgot anyone. We definitely did, considering Russell Wilson and Josh Allen were the last couple picks, but that's okay.
What crazy steals value? What value picks?
Nuts.
Shador Sanders. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe it took him that long to get drafted.
Yeah. I honestly thought at one point the Jets were going to grab him.
Yeah, it was like, honestly, and I mean, it's not sad. These guys are getting drafted, but it's just crazy to think like this guy's like those first couple like picks, like you're expecting your name to be called, and then like days later you're still waiting. But
And did you see I think it was like the Falcons, one of the coach's sons like prank called him? Can't do that, man.
that's unbelievable.
That's got to be heartbreaking.
Like it's bad enough for a random person to do that, but like for the kid to like go to his dad's work desk, like see his cell phone number, write it down, and then think that's a good deal, and then to post the video.
To record it. Yeah.
Are you dumb or are you dumb?
He's dumb.
But I wonder if that Falcons guy is going to still have his job after that.
I don't know. Do you think he would get fired for his son?
I mean, who knows?
Or is his son just like banned from the stadium?
I hope he is.
I don't know.
He like apologized, but it's like that was so calculated. Like you can't apologize now.
Yeah, like you're apologizing just because you got caught.
100%.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess we should talk about the Yankees.
Let's dive right in. So, like we said, the Yankees are currently in first by a couple games.
Yes.
I'm just gonna give you the floor to kind of just talk about what you've been seeing recently and some good, some bad, and where you see us headed.
Well, I'll start with the closing role. I feel like that's kind of a hot topic, and we have the next coming of Mariano Rivera now, and I feel like that's good. And it was so funny. You got so much like backlash for saying that Luke Weaver should be the closer over Devin Williams for now, and then Aaron Boone the next day came out and made that decision.
He did it.
And Luke Weaver looks fantastic. He hasn't given up a run yet. He's a 0 ERA.
That's the thing. first of all, the statistics back it up, and second of all, like he just has that energy. Like I don't know what it is. It reminds me like there's certain like positions in sports where you just need like this crazy mentality, like almost like you got to be sort of psychotic. And I
Mm.
think being a closer in baseball, like Mo seemed like such a cool guy, but like looking back, like he was just so grossly locked in.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's what made that was like his psychotic little side. And like I don't know, I just see Luke Weaver's like he acts like this little like quirky, funny guy, and like he is. That's who he is deep down. But I think when he gets on that mound, he's just like this beast. And
Yeah. He's a different dude.
I just don't. I mean, I know Devin Williams is great. I want him to be great. We all want Devin Williams to be great.
He can be a great setup man.
Exactly, exactly. However it works out, I want him to be great. But there's no reason that we can't think that Luke Weaver is the closer. He is, and I mean, I'm glad they made the move, and I think that Devin Williams kind of has to find himself in the pinstripes because
He's been leading our bullpen. Um, who our bullpen's been okay? Would you say?
yeah, I think certain guys have been like Fernando Cruz has been awesome.
He's nasty.
I love his stuff, and he's got the passion too.
Yeah, him and Weaver are definitely fun to watch. I mean, the starting pitching has been very here and there. Rodon has some good starts. Max Fried is looking like the
Nearly
ace
Cy
he
Young.
is.
Yep.
Um, that maybe that'll be the next topic we talk about. Max Fried, just such a clear number one. Could you imagine Cole and Fried together?
I think about it like every other day, honestly.
I mean, star power, but just the talent.
It would have been such a guaranteed. I'm not going to say guaranteed dubs, but just two guaranteed very winnable games because you know those two are not giving up runs. And here I'm watching Will Warren with a beautiful pickoff, but Peraza can't hold on to the ball.
Mm.
Tough. But no, 100%. Garrett Cole, Max Free would have been unbelievable. And then Rodon, you see him having good starts. If that's your three guy, a healthy, good throwing Rodon,
I mean, I'm
that's
down in the
unbelievable.
playoffs. That's all you can ask for.
Unbelievable.
What more do you want than that?
Exactly.
And so what I've been doing, if you see me looking to the side, the next thing I want to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge.
Yes.
I mean, just clear cut MVP. I mean, just to think about the start that he had last year compared to this year is stupid. Even
It's
just his past year, he has. I just saw it on a post on like Instagram, but his past 162 games, it's like 61 home runs, 151 RBIs. It was a 364 batting average, a 491 slug, just like ridiculous numbers. And they were showing like all the previous people who have had those numbers throughout a season, and it was like the most RBI since Sammy Sosa in 2001, the
would
most
you?
home runs since himself, the
That's
like
crazy.
highest batting average. I forget who it was, but just like stupid, the most F4 since Babe Ruth, like in a 1 year span. It's just ridiculous. Barry Bonds OPS numbers.
I mean, it's I love the fact that he's not forcing anything, right? Like everyone
Yeah.
knows Aaron Judge to be the best home run hitter. He really hasn't been hitting too many home runs. Now, granted, he's like two behind for the league lead,
I was
but
gonna. Yeah, he still has like 8.
he went probably I think it was like a 7 or 8 game streak where he didn't have one, which is kind of crazy for Aaron Judge. But I mean, he's just hitting the ball to right field, line drives up the middle. Like he's just being such a all around amazing hitter to where it's like you can't ask for much more.
He's leading the league in batting average. He's 2 behind the lead in home runs. He's, I believe, second in RBIs, and I believe he's first. Is he first in slugging?
Has to be.
Mhm. I mean, it's stupid. And what I was gonna say before, you said, "Oh, he didn't hit a home run for 7 to 8 games." Could you imagine saying that about any other player?
I know it's like normal.
Like what? It's just like he
Literally
didn't hit a
everyone
home run
else.
this week. What the fuck?
Every time he touches the baseball diamond, I think he's gonna hit a home run.
Yeah, he's just such a leader, such a I mean, just generational talent. Possibly the best right-handed hitter of all time. Like he's really up there with like Pujols. Who
Miguel
else did it?
Cabrera.
Yeah, Miguel Cabrera. Like I'm sure we're forgetting
There's
some
so
old
many, but
Ted Williams or
honestly,
whatever, but
he is right up there.
he's right up there, and the numbers like put him up there. It's crazy. Um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, can't say enough about him. But the rest of the offense, what have you been thinking about that?
See, I'm really glad we gave Judge his flowers because I feel like people are giving him his flowers, but there's also so much other stuff to talk about that it's like holy yeah, unbelievable season from Judge. Now, moving on to everyone else.
Yeah,
Well, here's what I will say. I think Judge is in a league of his own, of course, and then I think this next tier you can put Goldie and Ben Rice. I think that Goldie and
mm.
Ben Rice have been having very good seasons. Goldie's average is like ridiculous.
He's second in the
Um,
league.
yeah, so that's awesome. And then Ben Rice, just from a guy like who was on the Rail Riders last year and came up for a little bit and like showed a spark. Like he had a really good start and then really evened out. I think it's awesome to see this big jump from him. He's like a very good leadoff guy for us recently. And it'll be interesting to see kind of how things shake out when Big G comes back because I think you need Ben Rice's bat in this lineup. But when we look at Jazz, we look at Belly, we look at Volpe, we look at Wells. Um, Dominguez has been pretty good considering like he's still basically a rookie.
He's
Um,
probably been like mid tier. Like if it's like Judge, and then like Goldie and Ben Rice, and then Dominguez, and then it's kind of like everyone
everyone
else.
literally, and then it's like
Bro,
everyone else.
we're being so disrespectful. Trent Grisham,
Yeah, that's on us. Trent Grisham's been incredible. He
incredible.
he's right up there with the Ben Rice and the Goldie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah, that's our bad T Rent. Um,
Is that his nickname?
I think so. um, but yeah, like that's where I think I'm just grateful that we're in first place by a couple games because you have to think that one of at least how many guys did we name there in that bottom tier, like 5, maybe 6. You have to think that at least 2 or 3 of them very soon have to start, I don't know, like playing like they're capable of.
Yeah.
Jazz, even though his like average his stats are kind of rough, he still really finds ways to like impact the game. Like I noticed like he'll walk, he'll steal a base, he'll score a run. It's like even if he's 0 for 3, it's like okay, like he impacted the game. Volpe, aside from last night or yesterday, really as a whole as a doubleheader, he had a really good day yesterday. Aside from that, I don't know if I've seen a player strand more runners in like a 3-game span than Volpe. I think one game I was watching, he quite literally had like 7 runners stranded on base in like the 4th inning. Like
Yeah, that's rough.
the opportunities he was getting and just not capitalizing, and like they were just throwing him 94-mile-an-hour fastballs, and like he wasn't able to hit them. But I
Yeah.
think you got to expect some of those guys to start picking it up. Bellinger, he looked so lost in the beginning. I think he's starting to kind of find himself a little bit. He's getting hits here and there. I think Jazz, it's more just like a pitch selection. He's got to kind of find good pitches to hit. And then Wells is good for a spark here and there, but I'd like to see more consistency from him. But yeah, these guys got to pick it up. If they can pick it up and Judge and Goldie are hitting like they are, I mean, this lineup could be unstoppable.
Yeah, it could be like the first series, just all the time.
Yeah, just every day.
And obviously that's unrealistic, but like you said, honestly, that I feel like the biggest key to the Yankees this year is just consistency. I mean, I guess you could say that about any team, but just with the level of talent that we do have, like Wells, Jazz, Ballinger, Volpe, like if any of them are just a little bit consistent, because their flashes are great.
Amazing.
They've all shown pop. They've shown contact ish. Um, this can be a really fun lineup, but we're still very early in the season. People are still kind of finding themselves. Pitchers are adjusting to hitters, whatnot. But I am excited.
Hmm. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. Players will bounce back.
100%. I think there's no reason to think this season shouldn't be successful. I think it's definitely going to be. But
Hmm.
um yeah, and I mean, so we got Loizaga working on his way back. We got Big G working on his way back. Man, I'm excited to see Stan in the box again.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm so scared that he's gonna get hurt again.
I know it feels like he's made a. I'm not even going to say that. That's so mean, but you're just so nervous. He's so talented, but we just see it happen so often that you're just like. I think we talked about this earlier. It's like I just want to just save him, just like freeze him right now, and then once the playoffs come, unfreeze him and let
Yeah.
him just break in the playoffs.
Let's start him like a month after the trade deadline.
Yeah,
I would give him a little bit of time to warm up.
yeah.
You
No,
know.
man, you got to just trust that he'll be healthy, and I think just his presence in the lineup and like just him being a leader, like and being back on the field is going to be so huge for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, yeah, just a more consistent power hitter. Even if when his average is down, I remember there was a stretch last year where he was like 4 for his last like 50, or like I think it was more than that, but all 4 were home runs, and they were all like clutch home runs.
That's the thing, man. That guy's clutch gene is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Since he's been on the Yankees, we have seen so many moments. Like you could put together like a 4 minute montage of just clips of Stanton becoming or being the most clutch player, and like that's an intangible you can't teach. It's just he's got it.
I regularly rewatch his postseason home runs,
Amazing.
like him and Judge hitting the back to back against Clase. Stop.
Unreal.
Inject that in my veins. And then he got the home run to take the lead in the World Series in Game
Hmm.
One.
He was our playoffs, to be honest.
He really was. Soto too,
Yeah, of course, but like
but
Stanton did
Stan
everything. I felt like.
he was unbelievable. But yeah, that'll be a big help. Is there anyone else coming back that we're not thinking of?
Um,
I mean, Heel.
that's right. I forgot about Luis Heel. That'll be real nice.
Schmidt is he's still finding himself. What does he have? 2 starts under his belt now.
Yeah, one of the first one was like, and the second one was real bad, but he'll figure it out,
Yeah.
and that'll be nice because then either Carrasco or Will Warren, whoever kind of we deem as like the lesser of the two, can either head to the bullpen or I mean, I guess they would probably head to the bullpen. Um,
Yeah, I mean, depend. Does Will Warren have options? Would you even option him?
yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know. Does someone even go on the trade deadline? Do we try and make an upgrade?
I would love to see a big move made at the deadline.
What would be your dream move? Like, I guess players like tough to put you on the spot, but like a position to upgrade.
I think it's got to be. I think we've seen it time and time again in the playoffs. I think another just star starting pitcher would be ideal because, like we were talking about before, I think this lineup has all the power and talent we need. It's just guys having to do their job.
Hmm.
That being said, like a Nolan Arenado would be pretty cool. Um, but I
Well,
think
he's
that
pretty good.
yeah, honestly,
Yeah. Sorry.
no, you're good. Yeah, he has been. Um, so yeah, I think starting pitching, and I think that it's tough being without Cole Grisham. Nice, see there it is, Trent Grisham with a nice base hit. Um, I think that if you're looking at like a Max Fried, Rodon, you pick up another solid guy to be in that 3 spot, and then it's like Schmidt Heel. I think that's a rotation that can take us to the World Series again.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, does that look like someone like Alcantara or a name like that?
That'd be
That
real
would be,
nice.
that would be nice.
And then headed into next year, could you imagine that rotation with
Oh my god.
with a healthy Cole?
Is Cole going to be ready for the start of next season?
I feel like he will be. I think that'll be plenty of time. But realistically, I don't want them to rush anything. I just want like him to pitch next year, basically.
Yeah, I
But
feel like next year is really like a make or break.
absolutely.
I don't know. Just Stan's getting up there in age. He only has a couple more years. Cole needs to show that he can be healthy, recover from Tommy John, and Judge is only getting older. I feel like next year's really. We didn't spend this year in the off season as much as we could have. So they did talk about saving for next year. Vladdy already re-signed, but the Japanese star picking up something. Goldschmidt will be gone, so what are we going to do at first? That's just Ben Rice, which is fine.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. Next year is a big year, and this year we're still like in a World Series hunt.
I know it's unbelievable. I'm telling you, like so many fan bases, so many franchises would just love to have this roster we have, and we just it's in our nature to just nitpick and like want to be like just the best of the best. But it's like it is pretty incredible the roster we have. Another thing I want to talk about a little bit is kind of Anthony Volpe and like where he's kind of gotten to, what he was supposed to be.
Hmm.
I think defensively he's been everything we could have asked for.
Yeah, I mean he's a Gold Glover.
He's an incredible defender. I think the issue comes on offense. Um, Judge goes down, son of a gun. Can't expect him to do it every time. He's 2 for 3. But yeah, I don't know. Just Volpe, I don't know. I love him and I think he'll be great. But we need to see like some type of spark because this being the shortstop for the Yankees, you really got to bring it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, his defense has been great. Looking at his career, his career hitting numbers. Okay, let's play a game. Do you think his batting average is above or below 230 for his career?
230 is pretty low. I want to say above.
Below
Ow.
228 career batting average. Uh, okay, career OPP on base. Above or below 300?
I want to say above. These are really low numbers.
Below
Oh boy.
292. Slugging. Above or below 375?
This is where I think he's actually going to be above.
He is not by much though, 378.
Jeez.
So OPS above or below. I mean, you can kind of just add that up, but um, above or below 670.
Below.
That is his trick.
670.
Trick you. Yeah, his OPS 670 for his career. OPS plus above or below 90. The league average is 100.
Below?
Below 86.
God, yeah. See, this is a common trend, me saying below, and that's not good.
I mean, he just hasn't shown it consistently. He's had stretches where he's been decent, where he's even looked like in the playoff last year, like, okay, this is something that we can build on and use in our lineup for years to come. And then he just kind of reverts, but he's still so young. He's 24. He's younger than us.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So he still has so much time to develop, but so far the hitting has just not been there consistently.
And I think a lot of the issues, at least that I see coming from the fan base, like that they have with him, is that some of the names we passed up on, or like didn't really give attention to, like a Gunnar Henderson, or like like a Corey Seager. So like, if you're passing up on guys like that, you really want to see Volpe taking that next step. This is what, 3rd or 4th year?
Is it
third?
4th? It's his 3rd year.
3rd year. Okay, yeah. So like his 3rd year. Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's young, so we got to give him time. But you really do want to see that jump start to happen.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. His OPS plus this year is 120 right now with a 770 OPS. So it's better, but it's still with a 228 batting average. I don't know.
Yeah. And I think honestly, like I think we keep batting him in that 5 spot. I think there's no reason you can't drop him down a little bit. And like with all due respect to Bellinger, like kind of same ordeal. Um, I don't think that's like a situation where it's like I see how and I wanted to make the move. I see how like taking the closer position away from Devin Williams can like mess with the dude's confidence. But I think it was something we had to do regardless. I don't think dropping a Belly or a Volpe a bit in the lineup is going to really mess with their confidence. Um, I think
No.
that if anything could just be like a little wake up call, like, and just in the terms of like the batting order, I think that having like Goldie behind Judge, like I don't care if they're both righties, but like having like a Ben Rice, Judge, Goldie start to the lineup, and then you kind of play with that 4-5-6 could be good, but who knows?
Yeah, and the lineup is fluid, right? I mean,
Oh my!
Cody Bellinger. Oh no, what happened?
Cedric Mullins just robbed Goldie, deep center field. It didn't even look like Goldie like swung that hard, and that ball just carried, and Cedric just got up at the wall and grabbed it.
It's a 4-0 still.
4-0 still. Could have been 4-2. Absolutely robbed it too. That was over.
I will say I picked up Cedric Mullins in my fantasy league, in our fantasy league, and guy's been a stud this year so far.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I remember draft night. I was telling you, like, how is he still there? I already have outfielders, and then I immediately picked him up on my bench, and he's just been, he made himself a starter ever since.
That is crazy. I think my player comparison for that on my team, I picked up Nathan Eovaldi after his first start because he
Hmm.
had like a crazy first start, and then I think like right now he's like the 6th best in fantasy pitching. So it's like he's been nutty as well.
Crazy Nate.
Crazy Nate.
Yeah.
And yeah, our friend Mark just dropped Cody Bellinger. I had to pick him up and throw him on my bench. And I actually plugged him in tonight because like my guys didn't have games, and I think he's got a few points because he has a base hit. I think he has a walk. But
Yeah, I remember. I wanted to get Bell. I suggested a trade or requested a trade with Mark, where it was like Belly and Jazz for like Jaron Duran, and I think I threw a pitcher in there.
thank God that didn't go through for you.
Thank God.
Respectfully.
It was after like the very first series, and I was like, Jaron Duran, he's going to be the better player. It's just a hot streak. I really just wanted Bellinger and Jazz.
Yeah.
And he said no, and it's been a blessing.
Yeah.
But
That is crazy.
yeah.
And like it is still early, so you never know how these guys are gonna pan out. But like looking at that now, it's like holy cow, Jaron Duran has been also crazy. Did you see what happened with him?
People are so
What is
people are
wrong with
destructive.
people?
I mean, yeah.
And like yeah, I don't get it.
Over sports.
Like you're a fan, you're watching this guy do something on a field. You paid so much money to watch this guy and to watch
Like,
like your team, even if you're not a fan of him, like you're really gonna say something like that. It's unbelievable.
yeah, I do like that. At least from what I read, like the people around him were calling him out to security, and
Mm-hmm.
at least there's some decent people.
Yeah, you got to think that's like one bad apple out of how many thousands of people that are in the stadium. But
Yeah.
you
Now,
just
in a situation like that, player can never touch the fan.
mm-hmm.
If he did punch the guy in the face, I don't know how old he was, but is that something that you would just kind of let slide? I think in my head I would.
I think that if you're like, I, that's a really good question.
I mean, words, you're not supposed to, you're supposed to be better than that, and you can't resort to physical violence, blah, blah, blah. If this man opened up about a suicide attempt and you're bringing that up, some people deserve to get punched.
I agree. I think in my opinion, and I think in the eyes of like many and like ours, I think that would be okay. But I'm glad that he didn't do that, just so
Yeah.
that like, it's like obvious like that guy's a scumbag. Like he's not facing any type of suspension or like punishment. Yeah, just horrible. But it is funny you say that because I did just see a video of Puka Nakua's cousin who's like in the UFL, I think. I don't know if
Okay.
you saw this, but there's a fan leaning over, like yelling something at him. And Puka Nakua's cousin literally just slapped him so hard.
Oh no.
And then he just jogs away. And then the cousin's teammate literally just points at the fan and like starts laughing at him. Like it was actually the most unbelievable clip I've ever seen.
I have to see that.
But I wonder what he said to
Yeah. See,
provoke
and then
that.
there's a line where I'm like, oh, you can't slap a fan. Um, yeah, I don't know. There's got to be a line though. I mean, I know you get kicked out and banned, but
Yeah, I mean, look at that Tommy Pham. Did you see what he did the other day?
that man just seems to wild out though.
That's ridiculous. You
That
can't be
man
doing
slapped another grown man over fantasy.
that. Yeah, that's true. He has a track record of doing things
Yeah,
like
I have
that.
no sympathy for Tommy Pham.
Dude, that reminded me though of the Key and Peele, the like Crinkle McCringleberry or whatever it is, and when like they're playing football and he does the thrust and the ref was like he was like what is it like the 2 pump rule or something and like
Yeah,
he does the extra pump and he throws the flag.
yeah.
Like Tommy Pham, you can't be doing that, bro.
Have you ever seen the Key and Peele skit Slap Ass?
Of course. That
Classic.
iconic.
I might think about that every time I watch a baseball game.
Dude, the way they play their roles, Key and like, do they still make those skits? I feel like they're both too busy.
No, I think they moved on to other things.
Yeah, they
And,
really should come. They should come back and make some more because the way they can portray. First of all, they're just like comedically geniuses, but the way they are able to act is actually unbelievable.
generally, probably the best sketch show that I watch. And I know there's like the Chappelle show, like the Dana Carvey show, like different shows like that. I guess like Prime SNL or whatever. But Key and Peele is probably my favorite.
They're just so good,
I mean, every skit slaps.
literally so good.
It's so good. But
Wow.
yeah.
All right, so I mean, we can. What'd you say?
Say anything else about the Yankees?
Yeah, I was gonna say we can finish up with like a little. Let's finish up. We both pick one player that we think within the next like. We'll come back and visit this. We each got to pick a player that we think is going to perform the best up to our next podcast. You can't pick Aaron Judge.
Okay, yeah, that's unfair.
Yeah, and you can't pick Max Fried.
Okay,
But
yeah, that's fair.
any other player, we're both going to pick one that we think is either going to like pick it up and really turn it on, or just like really, really do their job. And you're going to have to go first because I came up with this and I have to think a little bit more.
The first two names that pop in my head are Rodon just going strong or Jazz turning it on. Because, like you said, he's still been contributing. God, when he hits the ball, his swing is so nice. I mean, genuinely one of my favorite. Oh, okay, I'm going to go with Jazz, but side note. Did you see Escara's first home run?
That was sick.
What a pimp job.
That was sick. I loved seeing that.
Oh my God. I saw people comparing it to Aaron Hicks, like his swing, whatever. I honestly, when I saw it, my first thought was Cargo from the Rockies back in the day.
Wow. Yup.
I mean, what a swing! And then it cuts to Judge, and he's like freaking out in the dugout. Oh my God,
Dude, Aaron Hicks did have some crazy swings. I can't lie.
he had some pimp jobs.
He really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was so cool. And it's actually so funny because on Twitter, the morning of that game, someone made a tweet saying like, man, like JC, like when are we gonna stop playing this bum? Like he was like coming after him. And then after that home run, Yankees Twitter like rightfully just like did their thing on him, which I mean, like you can't come at a backup catcher. Like I don't care if they don't have a hit on the season. Like catching is such a hard position. It's hard enough to find a catcher who can hit. Like I feel like if you go by position in the MLB, catcher's got to be easily the worst hitters. Is that I feel like that's not
Oh yeah.
crazy to say.
No, no,
Um,
no. That's definitely just facts.
so it's like you can't be upset at our backup catcher, and that's why I loved Higgy so much, man. Higgy was one of my favorites. I feel like he homered so often.
I think it was just like his only hits were really homer. He
Yeah,
just was like a pull crazy, like everything was just left field home run.
exactly.
Yeah, one of the more fun players in recent years.
So you're going with Jazz?
Yeah, yeah. To get back on topic, I'm gonna go Jazz. He's finding ways to contribute. He's stealing bases. He's getting on base. He has the occasional hit here and there. I think he's gonna find it, and when he does, that's gonna be fun in the middle of the lineup.
I like that answer a lot, and he's up currently, so we'll definitely make sure we get this at bat included in your take.
Does this
Um,
count?
I think it counts. Yeah, you got it off.
What is he
Um,
doing today?
he is. He just had it up. I know he struck out. He's 0 for 1, and he just struck out again. Okay, well, that's all
No,
right. We
this
won't
didn't.
count it. We won't count it. That
It doesn't count.
absolutely not. Can't
I'm
count
gonna say Carlos Rodon.
it. All right, so make your final decision: Jazz or Rodon? Who you going with?
Jazz, Jazz.
Jazz. Okay, okay.
I think Jazz will find it.
I like that. I think for my answer, I think I'm gonna go Clark Schmidt. I think
Okay.
I think that I think that his is purely just like a still getting back into it. Like he's gonna build his confidence up. Um, and I think when he came back, I think we were just not in like a rough patch. We haven't really had like too much of a rough patch, but I think he just came into a spot where like we really needed him to have like a great start, and like it's tough when you're just coming back.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think we're gonna see some really quality starts from Clark Schmidt over the next couple weeks.
I love that. That would be a huge help.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's such a huge drop off from like Freed to everyone else. It's basically like Freed, Rodon, and then
Like,
you know
we got to score runs. Yeah.
Cookie Carrasco had a good start the other day.
Yeah. Yeah. They're all capable of like solid starts. It's just you never know when things are going to go a little south.
Yeah. All right, I
Well,
like Clark Schmidt and Jazz. Watch out.
let's go. Those two. And then just like we strike out way too much as a team.
Yeah.
I think before this game started, I saw that Sugano guy that we just went up against this game. I think it said he had 9 Ks in 28 innings. He had 8 Ks tonight in like 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's rough.
Like we can't be striking. Like
Didn't we earlier this season like tie our record for most strikeouts?
yeah, it was bad. I think it was something like
Like 16 or
I was gonna say
something.
maybe 17.
Yeah.
That's just nasty. And here's the thing: it's like all the analytics guys can come out and like shoot this down, but when there's bases loaded, no outs, when there's second and third one out, when there's first and third one out, like, and I see 2 guys in a row strike out, it just drives me crazy. Like I'd much rather see you ground into a double play with the bases loaded, no outs, than see 2 guys strike out and then the third guy's got the pressure on him, he pops up or he flies out. Like there's just certain times you got to just put the bat on the ball, and I know it's hard, but and Volpe strikes out. See, like we're going for another record. I think this is unbelievable. That might be like 10, 11 Ks. We're in the 6th inning.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh,
Yeah, it's yeah, just gotta cut down on them. I mean, what else do you even say about it?
that's
It
it.
really feels like a lot of our players, not that they're like 2 outcome people or the 3 outcome, but like the strikeout is a very common outcome.
Yeah, too common.
Yeah, way too common.
I agree. But yeah, we have 7 left on base this game. Well, hopefully we work some magic, win this game, and take the series against the O's, and just get on a little. It's all about winning series, I think. Just win series. You don't have to sweep. You don't have to do this, that. Just take 2 out of 3 every time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that would be great.
That's all we got to do. Well, this has been another great pod.
Classic. Classic, some people say.
Literally,
Some people say it's the best.
I say that.
But yeah, I meant you and me.
I mean, yeah, that's all right. But hey, we're gonna keep doing it. Um, we'll be back next time, and let's go Yankees!
Let's go. Question mark? Let's go.
Exclamation point.
Hey, let's go.